Leaders of the world unite. It's time to war, to fight the fight against the puppet masters pulling strings. We'll strip away the power, hear our piercing screams. Yeah, we won't be silenced anymore. We break free from the chains that they adore. Stand tall, unrigging the game we rise, pulling reality from their lies. Unrig the game, unleash the fury.
Say his name and he appears.
This is a friendship that'll never ever end.
Greetings and welcome to Unrig the Game. How's everybody doing this evening? Hope you are all doing and living well. A little audio issue this evening. I'm going to do my best with it. My equalizer software crapped out on me right before we started. That's why I got to push it back a little bit, and then I got it fixed. And then it went out again. So so hopefully this will work for this evening. Sorry about the late start, but you know, it's 7:15. Who cares? Anyways, thank you to all of my winners in the winner circle, reoccurring memberships, keeping the channel going on a monthly basis. You guys are part of the solution. And thank you to Shelly and Wolfram, who are also supporting the channel over on Rumble and X. Of course, we are broadcasting live on Rumble, X, and YouTube this evening. And this is the kickoff show. Coming up next, chapters 22 through 25 of part 5. Obama's Great Cultural Revolution of Big Intel by Michael J. Waller. And I have to fix that, so I'm going back to here. I didn't see that last part. Let's see, exclusively on. There we go. Take that part out because we're not going to listen to that part, but we are going to have some upfront stuff because this is a kickoff show. There we go. Get my banners right. I'm sliding in sideways a little bit this evening because I am dealing with that audio issue. But let me thank everybody and say hello to the people who are here. Hello, Shelly. How are you doing? Shelly is the hostess with the mostest. She is here giving out hugs as everybody comes rolling in the door. Wolfram, what's up, my friend? How you doing? Thank you for dropping these links. Remember, when you're here to listen to the Wolf, he knows what he's talking about. He wipes his paws, lopes it in the house, and the Alpha Mod is in the house. We are off and rolling. Just all of us right here, right now, kind of rolling in. I appreciate you guys being here. And I would like to say, as people are getting here, hey, there's T-Rex. How you doing? Yep, you are a mod here. Yes, you are. But you know, I give out wrenches to people who are loyal and come to the shows quite often and all that stuff. How you doing? Just Don. How you doing? Welcome. And you know, I that's just all I expect. That's just more of like a membership wrench, and then you know, Wolfram and Chili, they lock it down. They keep it going on. So I let them do all the heavy lifting because that's what they do best. Kay Marshall, how you doing? Welcome. It's so good to see you. Yes, it's been a while. Happy that you're here. Hope you are doing great out there. Aren't you excited? I'm excited. We got a whole new world in front of us, and I am just couldn't be happier. Tonight we're going to talk about up front. We're going to talk about President-elect on fire. Yes, I'm already doing the work. You know. Getting there was just the start. He's been all ready to go for 4 years now. So he's ready to hit the ground running, and even better than ever, Trump 2.0 is in the house, and he is already making a great impact, picking his cabinet members, letting it be known. Man, we're going to have a stellar team rolling, and taking care of this country, making this country great again. I can't wait. It's an awesome thing. So we're going to be keeping our eye out on all the great things that are going on with that, even leading up to Inauguration Day, which of course we'll be covering fully. And we'll be keeping on Promise Watch. Promise is made, promise is kept. Promise Watch will be part of the Winning 2024 show now, replacing Rig Watch, It's good to go. It's good to be able to end that segment and not have to worry about the rigging part. Of course, we have to make sure that they don't try to pull any shenanigans leading up to inauguration day. But I don't think they're going to do it. The popular vote, the national mandate, control of the Senate, seemingly going to be control of the House. It looks pretty good. We have to keep an eye on, I guess, maybe the Senate, maybe the Kerry Lake race, and have to keep an eye on the House just to make sure there's no shenanigans there. But I'll keep you guys informed if that is the case. We will make sure that everything goes just right. And just to let you guys know out there, oh, by the way, I did see this. So let me thank Shelly for her. Oh, you know what? The thing about it is that if Shelly sends a super chat, she's got her own super chat now. That's the one I made for her, but I figured if she sends a super chat over here, I'll play that one just to kind of mix it up a little bit. Thank you for the super chat, Shelly. $5 super chat, please and thank you. There you go. Yeah. Man, new stuff coming up. Yes, Wolfram loves it. He loves it. New stuff coming up. I do have new things. I do have new things in store. I have been making new stuff for the show. It's like the end of the year. I get all motivated and I'm ready to make new stuff for the new year. Last year we did so good with that. T-Rex came out with that fancy new dance. You guys remember the fancy new dance, right? You guys remember that? Of course, how can you forget it? It's been played every week since. So, yeah, so he's got that. But you know what? They've been working on the team, the EVERSTREAM players, the EVERSTREAM, my acting coalition, the ones that come here and do the hard work and help put these things. They work with Winning So Reality, my director, and they help put these great bits together for us. They've been working hard on new stuff this year. In fact, what I was going to say is that I have the regular gifted membership one I've been using, right? This one. Right? We've been doing that one for a while. And so I decided that when someone actually subscribes on their own, right? They don't get a gifted membership. I've got a brand new member just for them. So when you become a member, you get to see the brand new one, and that one is like it features some of the great talent that we have here in the EverStream community, and they've been working hard to put these together for everybody. So it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. So the first person to become a new member, recurring member, we'll trigger that new thank you, and we'll all be surprised at the same time. We will. And I've been working on some other new stuff as well. T-Rex and Shelly and Max and a little bit of Outpost even. Like they've all been working on it. And I did actually talk to Max recently, and he helped me get a new sponsor for the show. That's right. We have a sponsor for the show now, and he even started in the promo for the sponsorship. So I have to play the sponsor right now, and here it is.
明星一平ちゃん
一平ちゃん前のここアップしてんじゃん。やばいよやばいよやばいの俺だけ。うまそう。俺は一口目は絶対混ぜないのよ。だってからしマヨ感じたいっしょ。ツーンとくるんだろ。おーうんま。焼きそばにはこのからしマヨがないと。
新からしマヨでこってりうまい明星一平ちゃん
Yep. So just follow the instructions there, and you guys can help out with that. Thank you so much. All right. Hey, I want to say toy. It's a toy, right? It's toy. For some reason I see it. I want to say Tony, but it's not Tony. It's toy. Toy. Thank you so much. Yeah, he does commercials, nephew. How about that, right? Max Muir can do anything. He's one of the most talented people you've ever met, ever. Thank you so much, Toy. Good to see you this evening. Happy that you're here. And we got Heidi. Heidi, it's good to see everybody. Heidi has a new avatar. I noticed things like that. You're not missing much, Heidi. But thank you for playing at 2 times the speed. I'm sure I sound fantastic. Yep. Yeah. So we're excited to show you the new member. Thank you. So whenever that occurs, that will happen. I got all kinds of different tiers there. What other good news we have going on besides new stuff coming out? And there'll be new stuff rolling out throughout up until the new year and beyond. course. Time to refresh some of these old bits and put some new ones out there. So we're working hard on that. Of course, we got I realized too last time on Saturday night that the new Winsu song did not come through as well as I wanted it to. Like for some reason when I play a video, right, it works out just fine. I mean, you can hear it fine. It just doesn't seem all weird, right? But when I play music through StreamYards, that's when it really just doesn't come through. Like I felt like you guys kind of got ripped off. We're gonna watch that in a second. Kind of got ripped off on that song. And so I'll replay that one probably at another time. Let's see. Yeah, probably at another time. Most of you guys were here, I guess. But yeah, I just imported it into the studio, so it comes out a lot better. So I'll do back-to-back songs. I'll replay that one next week, and I'll hopefully have another one for you too. Let's see. Thursday night, I usually do a show, but I'm gonna move the Thursday night show to Wednesday night, right? Because I'm gonna be busy Thursday night, and I won't be able to broadcast that evening. Or if I do, I'm gonna go real early. So if I do like 6 to 8, it's still kind of pushed in a little bit. I don't know. I might just do Tuesday and Wednesday. Just go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, and then Friday night, guys, is the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight, and it's on Netflix, and I want to show it. You know me, I love breaking paywalls. I love to break the paywalls. This guy's got enough money, anyways, don't they? But the thing is like I know that if I play it on YouTube, that they'll come after me like after the fact and strike it down instead of just claim it, because that's the way it's going to work. And so instead of going through that mess and putting myself in some peril, what I'm going to do is do a kickoff show, and it's going to be a Rumble X exclusive. Yes, I'm going to do it. And if they take it down on Rumble, we'll just watch it on X, But I'm inviting you guys, if you're interested in watching the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight, to join me Friday night, and we're going to watch it together. And if we have to jump from Rumble to X, we'll do that. But we'll just do it on those platforms. So we'll have our kickoff show here, probably like 30 minutes before, and then we'll do the old thing like we're gonna do tonight. We're gonna jump off of YouTube and we'll stay on Rumble and X. So I'll watch it for as long as they let me. Rumble doesn't usually mess with me when it comes to Netflix content, so I don't know. But they have been kind of like, if it's Amazon content, they'll take it down after the fact. And then if it's Tucker Carlson content, man, they'll take it down while it's playing. So that's the way it works. We figure it out as we go. But they don't penalize you for it. They're just like, no, nope, don't do that. That's all they do. They don't penalize you for it. So that's pretty good. Other good news. One of the videos I put out last week's it hit the algorithm, man. It's doing really good. So thank you for everybody that subscribed from watching that video. And if you're here tonight, please say hello and join the crowd. But if you're just a video watcher, that's cool too. I'll try to put out more of those. But yeah, one of those is like I'm about to hit 500 views. That's really good for me, considering I don't put out videos that much. I just do live streams for the most part. So definitely inspiring me to do more. It's kicking up there, man. It's doing good. That's helping out a great bit. So we're loving that. How you guys doing out there, man? You feel like a weight's been lifted off your shoulder? You feel like you're like, lighter and more hopeful, and the sun's shining brighter, the air smells sweeter. Like, isn't it great? Wow. You guys all give yourself a pat on the back. Chrissy Cat, how you doing? Thank you so much, Chrissy. Thank you. And thank you for supporting the channel. You've been busy. Yeah, it's been quite a hectic couple of weeks, but God bless you too. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, it feels good, doesn't it? We all were a part of it. Pat yourselves on the back, please, and make sure that you understand that, you are part of the solution. Thank you. Yeah, aren't you? I'm hopeful. It's awesome, isn't it? It's awesome. So, part of this that keeps that hopefulness and that joy going forward, and this is the real stuff, is the fact that Trump is already at work putting his cabinet together. And I want to highlight some of this with Charlie Kirk from Turning Point USA. I had a couple different options here, so I just went with this one. Let's get it at winning speed. And we're going to look at this before we jump over to read J. Michael Waller's book, Big Intel, chapters 22-25 of part 5. We're starting part 5 tonight. So if you want to get in on a good spot, you can get in here and then go back and catch up with the rest of the book. The playlist is in the description below on Rumble and YouTube, and you can enjoy that book. I got to get more people on X watching this book. I'm trying. I'm doing what I can, but I think that they would enjoy it too. We'll keep working on it, man. It's all a work in progress. We're making good progress here this year. We've come a long ways compared to last year, and I couldn't be happier about the progress going on here. We got so much more to do too. We got to stop Agenda 30. We got to end cultural Marxism. We got to celebrate our victories and watch America get great again together. We got so much to do. Let's check this out right now. You probably heard some of this, but let's just let's enjoy it together.
The new ethos of this program. From now until high noon on January 20th, when President Donald Trump says, "So help me God," and lifts his hand off the King James Bible, this program will be primarily focused on fulfilling the mandate you, the American people, gave the president and gave his entire team, gave all of us marching orders.
Sounds like he's got the same idea.
We don't get to decide what happens. You told us that you want your borders closed. You want business as usual to change, that you want no men and women's sports. And keeping the feet to the fire is incredibly important on this. But I have to say, witnessing some conversations and being part of some.
I know, I'm so excited.
I was so encouraged that at least a week in, this is not the Good Old Boys Network that is rolling in. And let's look at just some of the picks that President Trump has made. Now, mind you, the Elise Stefanik pick is not confirmed. It is not confirmed. So that is, if you have not seen it on President Trump's Truth Social, it is not confirmed, okay? However, Susie Wiles, amazing. She earned it. And then the one that is confirmed, Tom Homan, the beast, the man, officially the border czar. This is how important the border is to President Trump. Fulfilling the mandate, former ICE director. I do a chief of staff #1 and a border czar #2. That's pretty important, everybody. Think about that. Chief of staff, border czar, right out of the gate. President Trump is obsessed with making sure that he does what the American people voted for.
That's right.
Telegraphing priorities. You know, caravans are already starting to break up and go back to their home countries. Caravans are already starting to say, you know, we've had enough. This is Tom Homan. Let's begin with his dialogue with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Play cut 336.
And so the recommendation of the many that you recommended family separation.
I recommended zero tolerance.
Which includes family separation.
The same as is with every U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their.
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Holman, with
family.
all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're in the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum and go through the port of entry, do it the legal way.
Bam. No
Do it
nonsense.
the legal way.
No nonsense.
Tom Homan is a wrecking ball into this open border scam that we are living through. This is a major power play by President Trump saying, no, I'm not going to be manipulated by you. A spine of steel. So #1 is chief of staff. And before even all the deputy positions are filled, before a national security advisor, and we know how rare this is. Typically, the standard operating procedure is chief of staff, the deputies, the clerks, and then you go into all the national security positions. But guess what? The border is a national security position. And President Trump turns with his transition. #1, chief of staff, which of course you need to make sure the air traffic control has some sort of regular order. And then boom, #2, straight out of the gate. Borders are. We've never seen this in American history. In the final weeks of the campaign, President Trump kept repeating the border is his #1 priority.
Oh, that sucks, Heidi.
And this is a clear message to D.C. We're going to get this thing solved. I've never been more hopeful,
rhinos.
even in the 4 years of the first presidency of Trump, that we are going to have a sealed and closed border. And you know who that's good for? It's good for the young girls that are being sex trafficked from the southern countries. It's good for all the kids that are dying from fentanyl. Tom Homan will solve this. The guy's a beast. He's as good as it gets. Play cut 335 of him on 60 Minutes.
Is there a way to carry out mass deportation without separating families?
Of course there is. Families can be deported together.
It's as good as it gets. By the way, he served under Obama. This guy understands the issue with the border. He's going to be the field marshal. Think of this guy as the General Patton of the United States southern border. That's right. He is going to be the guy that calls the shots. And I think a military analogy is exactly appropriate. And we need that kind of lead, follow, or get out of the way mindset that George Patton would give. Tom Homan, the George Patton of the southern border. He's been there. He knows every detail. He knows everything a border agent can do and can't do. He knows how to work with all the interagencies. And he is an ice cold. I was going to say something else, but I'm not going to say it. He's as good as it gets. Look, we're taking back the country, and you guys did it. It has not even been a week, and you now have a border czar. And by the way, the good news is just going to start flowing, everybody. It's just going to start flowing. And from what I've been able to see from the meetings with Howard Lutnick, who is the chair of the transition, he keeps on asking, hold on, are you going to fulfill the mandate? Are you going to do what the president wants? There's this repeated theme, which is just so refreshing to witness. Again, in my small little pieces here or there, went to dinner, nothing too serious. And I want to get deep into the Senate leadership stuff, but I want to hold on that for a second. The Senate leadership thing is so incredibly important because it is a question of whether or not President Trump will be able to get his agenda implemented. But I want to make one other point here, which is if you look at this from a God has a plan perspective, which, as you know, on this program, we believe that God is sovereign and that God has a plan for all of us. If Donald Trump would have stayed in the White House uninterrupted from 2016 to 2024, I cannot say confidently that 2020 through 2024 would have this kind of urgency. I mean, the energy and the focus and the determination. I mean, Susie Wiles is just doing terrific from organizing everything. Does it fit in to what we told voters? In fact, I saw somebody with the transition team. They had something printed. You know what it was? It was all the promises that President Trump made on the campaign trail.
I did not see this.
And he said, this is what we're focusing on.
Someone can throw a link, or I looked for it on X.
Boom. There's not some sort of other agenda like when Joe Biden or Kamala Harris. What you heard from President Trump in public is now getting executed in private. It's getting acted upon.
What's up, my friend?
Accountability is incredibly
important. Scott, how you doing? How you doing? Good to see you.
And again, I of course, I want to manage your expectations, everybody. There'll be good picks, and then there'll be picks that, you scratch your head. They're, of course, going to have to be some deal making because it's DC. However, the direction is just going to be terrific. It's just
he does.
It's terrific.
Yes, he does.
So the American people delivered a clear and resounding message heard around the world. The greatest comeback story in American history. Do we have John Carl from ABC News, by the way, this last weekend, saying that this has never happened before in American history? I know I sent it yesterday. It's a terrific clip. And we can't move on, by the way. Somebody said, Charlie, when do I stop celebrating? There is no end to this. I want to be very clear.
No stop.
You are entering a golden era for America. And yeah, look, they might try some big economic collapse thing. They might try some sort of, okay, but bring it on. We're ready for it this time. This is a team of all-stars that has been hardened by the COVID propaganda. I know myself, I am a better communicator, better person. I am wiser because of what I went through COVID. And a lot of people died. But you look back at that and you say, you know what? We turned something really awful into something pretty good. What the enemy means for evil, God will use for good. Genesis 50:20, one of the last scriptures of Genesis. And so here we are with the table set to act upon all the things the president said. This is John Carl from ABC News, cut 344, please.
In just 71 days, Donald Trump will be sworn in again as president of the United States. His comeback victory, unlike anything we have ever seen in American history. Just take a look at the final results. With Arizona now projected for Trump, he locks in a sweeping victory in every single battleground state. And Trump did more than that. He made big gains with young voters and with Latinos, doing better among Hispanic voters than any Republican presidential candidate since the first exit polls were conducted in 1976. He even did better among women than when he ran against Joe Biden.
Even did better with women. Look, everybody. You guys did this. Every day I said, what are you guys doing? And honestly, the emails that we've received are breathtaking. There is one man, and I feel really bad about this guy because he should sue. This one guy that drives a truck, what was his name again, Mikey? He quit his job because his truck driving business said you can't vote. He quit his job to go back to Arizona to go vote for President Trump. I mean, when we say that people would crawl over broken glass, this guy quit his job. I pray he what? This guy's name is Randy. I want to help Randy out any way we can. We should help him out if he gets in a financial issue there. That's what this movement is all about. There's a grittiness. There's a hustle. There's a determination to the core of this movement. And you guys took the country back. And it's not as if you took the country back and all of a sudden you got a bunch of stuff, that is not going in the right direction. You voted for a secure border. You got the best the business has to offer.
Yep.
Tom Homan. Everybody, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell.
We got to see Charlie Kirk live, and we went to Duluth. That Turning Point rally was fun. Hey, J man, how you doing? Good to see ya. Hello, family. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, so we got the crowd is picking up in here. I just want to kind of go back through a few of the announcements I made earlier. That one, we have a new member thank you video now, or I don't know what you call it, like whatever you call those things I do. We already played the new sponsor, and we do have new videos coming out as well. So new bits, new little bits. But yeah, when someone actually does become a member on their own, not the gifted memberships will still be the corn video for now. But when someone actually becomes a new member, they're gonna get the new member video, thank you video. And so when we see that, I think people will enjoy it. And also Friday night, we're going to stream the Tyson Jake Paul fight. And we'll do a kickoff show here, and it'll be on Rumble and X. So just as new people roll in here, I want to make sure you guys know what we're doing this week. And again, I think I'm going to move the Thursday show to Wednesday this week, simply because I got Thursday night kind of booked, and I don't know if I can squeeze a show in early enough and get off in time to make the 8 o'clock deadline. So we'll see. One way or the other. We'll get the 2 shows in this week. And then, of course, Friday we'll have a special show, and then Saturday we're back to our weekend programming as well. This Sunday we're going to watch "Am I Racist" by I want to say Matt Wallace, but I'm going to be wrong. I'm going to be wrong. Matt Walsh, that's it. Yes, thank you. Matt Walsh. We're going to watch that. I found it, so we're going to break that paywall and watch it. And then we'll have something to go with that as well. So there you have it. There is this other documentary that's out there that Tatum recommended. If it's still out there, we may watch that one. It's called 1916, something like that. So it has to do with like how Margaret Sanger and others, they came after the black community. Tatum recommended it highly, so I feel like I want to watch that with the crowd. And so we may mix those two together. Old school Watch Party Sunday is becoming kind of new school, but it's like, well, me and Shelly were old school, so now we're the old school part of the show. I'm sure I'll find other old school documentaries, but man, after a year doing that show or more, we've kind of covered a lot of the old school documentaries. We've done over 50, right, or something like that. We've done some incredible number of documentaries now. And so I got a great collection over there. And luckily, that's a show that a lot of people watch over on Rumble, because we have to show that one over on Rumble. And so that's gotten a lot of coverage. And so we've reached a lot of people, as we have with Line in the Sand. The documentary on BitChute is still up. Talking about that one more these days than I am the X stream. It's still there if you want to watch the full stream. The documentary is still important to understand the full breadth of the border crisis issue. Real for me, if you wouldn't mind throwing that link out. I don't think I added it to the description on here. I may have. Let me see if I may have. Usually I'm keeping it at the very bottom. So no, I didn't update this one yet. I'll do it later, but for anybody rewatching that maybe rewatching this kickoff show on YouTube, I'll update it, and I'll make sure I update it over on Rumble as well. I just won't be able to do it this second. Do you watch that one? You watch them? Yeah, no, the documentary is really good. It's super funny. But I got to do this right now.
It's cold. A big warm Vietnam. It has to do. I can't imagine a more beautiful thing. It's cold. I can tell you all about it. I mean, look at this thing. Gonna try to get out of anything.
Thank you for the 15 gifted memberships, Enya. You're awesome. Out of nowhere, come swinging in with the 15 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Who got these awesome gifts? Who got these? Let's see. Why don't I see them? Hold on. I do a live chat. How come they didn't show up? Oh, my fault. Oh, a member 15 months. My bad. I misread that. Hey, y'all. Does this count? That counts as like a kind of a member super chat. but I'm really trying to save it for when the first person becomes a new member, right? Like when they actually sign up. So, man, you guys are, I think you'll like it. I like it. This is gifted memberships. All right, 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Shelly, for making that right. All right. Proxy Loxy 82, Eddie Ramirez, Bren, Ashnader 91, and Becca Has Thoughts all joined. Thank you guys. Thank you, Shelly, for that. And make sure you guys thank Shelly if you happen to pop in here because you got a gifted membership. And welcome to the Winner Circle. Hope you guys will stick around. Stick around for the fun. Let me see. Let me get rid of this and that. I mean, get rid of it. I mean, unshare it. There we go. Let me go back to my playlist here. That's just the first one here. What other ones do I have? We did that already. We can enjoy it a little bit more. What time is it? Okay, we got time for a little bit more. I feel like we've seen all of the insane woke meltdowns now already. Oh yeah, this is the one I want to talk about. Okay, I want to talk about the conspiracy theory going around the blue anon, the blue conspiracy theories going around. Disbelieve in Heather. Disbelieve in heathen. Thank you so much. Okay, you win. You win. And now you really win. You're a winner. All right. Thank you for joining the winner circle. And here it is, guys.
Hey boogie oogie bang bang, let's go body body boom boom. Hey boogie oogie bang bang, let's go body body boom boom. Hey boogie oogie bang bang, let's go body body boom boom. Hey boogie oogie bang bang, let's go body body boom boom.
Disbelieve in heathen. Welcome to the winner circle. You are part of the solution. Thank you so much for joining up. And your name will go right at the bottom of our scroll here when I get it on there. Disbelieve in heathen. All right, gotcha. And you will be recognized at the beginning of every show. Yeah. All right, there you go. Thank you. Welcome to the winner circle. Awesome to meet you. I like someone comes flying in and immediately becomes a member. You're awesome. Awesome. I feel like that's someone's sock account, but we'll see if they say hello in the chat. But thank you so much, whoever did that. Thank you for disbelieving heathen. Thank you for joining the winner's circle. There you go. Elon stole the election. Haha. Yeah, right. Okay, let's check it out. Let's see what these guys are saying here, and make sure this is on winning speed. All right, we're good to go. Ding.
And then I was texting people like Tulsi and JD Vance. I was getting a different. Apparently, Elon created an app, and he knew who won 4 hours before the results. So as the results were coming in, before 4 hours before they called it, Dana White told me Elon was like, "I'm leaving. It's over. Donald won." He just fucking somehow or another.
I'm gonna go back into my pod and evaporate.
I don't know what he's getting, where he's pulling his data from, but he had like the most accurate data in terms of the rural states hadn't put the results in yet, but yet Trump was ahead in these states. Kamala's never going to win those states, so tabulated that and like put it all together. I don't know how he did it. But Dana, I haven't even talked to Elon about this. I don't know like the Dana translation, but Dana said he had an app and he was like showing him. He's like, "It's over." And he fucking left. Dude just left.
It's over. John Jones won. Just saying that.
He just fucking left.
Folks are talking now about Elon Musk's Starlink being connected to all the voting machines. And then he did something underhanded.
Isn't that the same lady who was talking about? See, Matt Wallace said Project 2025. I warned you. Isn't that the one? That's the same lady. That's the same lady, isn't it? I'll never forget that face because she's so smug. Yeah, this is the know-it-all nothing lady. Know-it-all. She knows so much she doesn't know anything at all.
The voting machines. And And then he did something underhanded.
We didn't have long lines after 8 p.m. Everybody got processed and through those lines quickly, and that's due to all of their hard work and dedication that they do out at the poll sites.
Registrar Michelle Baldwin says access to connectivity was improved this year thanks to Starlink satellite internet. She adds early technical difficulties with a tabulator machine were quickly fixed and did not impact vote count.
A lot going on. Now we found
20 million votes
about some Starlink connections to the election. Trump said they had a little.
They all act the same too, like they're so smart, like they figured something out. You know, like Well, meanwhile, when they actually did pull some shenanigans, we were all like, no, you know, we were all like trying to find the evidence and point it out, and we're not just making assumptions. You know, we're like, this is unprecedented. How could he have more votes than Obama ever did? How can he not win in these areas, but suddenly win in these areas? You know, like, okay, how can they just totally stop counting and then start counting again the next day? You know, how can a toilet overflowing on the other side of a coliseum shut down the counting area on the other side of the arena, that is, and then all of a sudden the video comes out of them pulling votes out from underneath the table where they were hidden before, right? And actually, after they got all the poll watchers and the counting watchers out of the room, they start just running the same things through the machines over and over again. You know. Like that's legit, right? We had some legitimate complaints. These people are just like this. They're just like this lady's face. This is it. This is the poster child for the Elon stole it conspiracy right here.
Little secret. Votes are being redone. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but we do know that there is a lot of discourse in Ukraine and, of course, between the Israel-Hamas war.
What does that have to do with vote counting? Look at that face, man. I can't take it. I can't take it, man. This smug struggle snuggler. Scott, good one, man. Good one. The greatest votes, the most votes, no other votes like them. This is the most, guys, this has been the most secure election ever. Did you know that? It has. The light bulb still isn't bright at all. Was their toilet gold? Asking for a friend, right? No, the lefty DNA creates a wall between their insanity and common truth. Simply godless. But the machines are the most secure, you lefty said so. They did. And nobody's talking about those 20 million votes at all, are they?
And I am back on the side of my governor, Kathy Hochul, because she vows to protect us New Yorkers from Project 2025. We all know.
God, I'm so sorry. Oh man, I'm so sorry. If someone went on a date with this woman or something.
That Trump called Elon a super genius and said we need to protect super geniuses.
She's just putting all the pieces together, isn't she?
Well, what if the real super genius is Joe Rogan?
Joe Rogan's a super genius. It's Joe Rogan. He did it. Ooh, right? They did it. It's Joe Rogan, super genius Joe Rogan. I mean, I don't see a ring on it. Where's the cat? Oh, man.
Here's the blind. This A-list podcaster wasn't supposed to reveal what the celebrity CEO told him. Now there will be all sorts of investigations.
I doubt it. I
fully believe Joe Rogan just saved the United States of America.
All right, guys, so we got to talk about a new insane conspiracy theory coming from the left, coming from liberals who are still upset about Kamala Harris losing to Trump. Okay, they are in the stage of grief where they've gone into full-blown election denialism, where they're now pushing false claims that Elon Musk is responsible for changing the outcome of the election using Starlink, which again is false, right? Completely and 100% false. But this is the new conspiracy theory being pushed online by the left, because a lot of people, again, are in disbelief that Kamala Harris could lose to Trump in a landslide. Like, for example, this guy, Matthew A. Cherry, he claims that so Trump won all 7 battleground states. Now that's fishy as F, okay? Fishy as F. He said there's something up here, okay? As if Trump could not win all 7 battleground states. And now you have another individual who took to the internet. This tweet went viral. Says, anyone else find it suspicious that Starlink satellites were just destroyed? It's almost like Elon Musk cheated in the election and destroyed the evidence. And that's
I didn't destroy the evidence. Now blow the satellite.
It caught everyone off guard on Tuesday when Harris couldn't keep up. Way too many coincidences. Now, one of the pieces of evidence that the left is using to claim that Elon Musk was somehow involved in this election using Starlink is Joe Rogan telling a story on his podcast about how Elon Musk apparently knew the outcome of the election about 4 hours before it was called. Now, it's obvious in regards to why Elon Musk knew the outcome. It has nothing to do with Starlink. It has everything to do with math and data and understanding historical trends. It's the same reason why I was able to make videos hours before the election was called, telling you guys that, yeah, based off the current data that we're seeing, it's likely that Trump is going to win. Okay. It's because once you understand data, when you understand historical trends, when you understand how elections work, how people vote, right? Once you kind of understand what's happening, okay, it's not hard to predict the outcome of the election once you start to get the data coming in. Okay. So that's basically the gist of that. Okay. But that doesn't stop these liberals from essentially pushing this conspiracy that Elon Musk used Starlink in order to affect the outcome of the election on behalf of Trump, which again is spreading all over TikTok, this election conspiracy theory, a false conspiracy theory. Take a look.
Hi, you guys. Look, I really debated whether or not I was going to sit here and talk about this. I thought about it long and hard yesterday. I know this is probably going to cause controversy or this is going to cause whatever. And to be quite honest with you, I'd much rather lose and people know than not do anything and sit on it. Okay. He sent me a video letting me know that California and other swing states were able to use Starlink in order to tally up and to count ballot votes or voting ballots in their state. Okay.
This, by the way, her name is Sassy Political Chick.
There's a multitude of issues with that. And I'm going to explain to you why. And I'll explain to you in layman's terms, because you have to understand when it comes to computer programming jargon, you guys are not going to understand what the flying F I'm fucking talking about.
And she doesn't either. I'm going to show you why that is here in a second.
Okay. Two things. Number one, why in the flying freaking flap, okay, were voting fucking ballot or voting ballot boxes or whatever, the places where you go to fucking vote, why were they connected to the internet?
Where were you in 2020? Where were you in 2020?
There is absolutely zero reasons as to why those systems were connected to the internet.
We don't. No one said. No one. We don't know that. We don't know what's going on yet, do we?
Those machines have absolutely no problem tallying up votes like they have done since the beginning of time. Not only that, this is why the numbers don't make sense. This is why the numbers don't make sense. And the reason why I'm going to tell you
that
it
don't make sense is because you've been blocked into your establishment narrative, right? You're boxed in. You think the whole world hates Trump because you watch MSNBC and CNN and you listen to people like Pac-Man and other weirdos on the left, and you think that that's the way the world is. And meanwhile, you block out anything else. That's why you don't see it.
It is because, first of all, you had guaranteed states that were going to turn blue and didn't. Then you have millions of things that are missing. Now you have people
What things are missing? What if she just filled in? She just filled in something there, didn't she? Then you have millions of things that are missing. What millions of things are missing? What is that? I know exactly. Well, that's what we said in 2020. Where was the political sassy chick, back then with her computer genius? Why wouldn't she call it? Oh no, this is the way it's supposed to be. Yeah, because you're boxed into your establishment narrative.
That are all over the United States that are looking up their things and are stating that they were not received or processed.
She was programmed to believe that they're going to win Iowa, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. I think that's what she meant with guaranteed states. That doesn't mean they're guaranteed because somebody who's trying to make you believe something that isn't true tells you it. I don't think that's what it is. Oh man, they've been sucking on that tit of the MSM way too long. Yep, absolutely right, Scott. Absolutely right.
Because this right here is bullshit. I don't care how smart of a programmer you are. You cannot splice your own networking system to do what it's not designed to do.
See what I'm saying here? You cannot splice. What did he? This is your expert terminology from being a programmer. You cannot splice your own network. This is what you're saying. You cannot to do what it's not supposed to do. This is man. Thank God they had this expert here to explain things to them about how computer systems work. We won't talk about API. I won't talk about anything like that. No. You can't splice it. You can offload data to APIs that do things for it and then send it back. That's pretty damn easy to do, actually. In fact, I work with it all the time, so I know that it's easy to do.
Do you understand what I'm saying? If you don't, again, message me and I'll explain it to you even further. I only have a couple more minutes. I want to play this video for you.
Everybody message her for an explanation, please. Can we all just like load her inbox full of, will you please explain it? Explain your splicing terminology to me and how you can splice your network to make it do things it's not supposed to do. No, but you can send your data to other places that can do it for you and send it back. You know, there's all kinds of things like that are out there right now doing it as we speak.
If I don't have enough time to play the whole thing, I will repost it or I will send it to you myself. And not like I said. And then the places that he sent Starlink to were only to swing states.
You think that's true? The places he sent Starlink to were only to swing states. The places he sent Starlink to were only to swing states. I think Starlink's pretty much covering everything, right? How do you just send it to one place? I'm only sending it to the swing states. That's how I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
Man, I knew it. I knew it.
She knew it. She knew it. She knew it. She goes, this can't be happening. I need a reason to make this right, to make this real. I need to make a reason to confirm my bias now that there's nothing left. Nothing life guarantees. Ohio is never up for grabs. The VP was from there. The VP was from Minnesota. What are we talking about? Oh, Vance. Sorry. All right. Yeah. Poor Souls thinks that this is about votes. No, hun. This is about right and wrong and the Constitution. Exactly. Yeah, we can talk about her forehead if you want. Let's see. The hair is definitely here come the women in. Look out. All right. Wow, my chat got yeeted, but even a brick wall won't help knock sense into her. Except for death and taxes, right? She's a professional curling iron programmer, right? Elliot's Christian to observe people and give feedback to them. Let's see. All right. Maybe that's a lot of mousse. It's a lot of mousse to get that in hair gel. That's right. We need a diagram. We need diagrams, data charts, and exit poll data. Watch her eyes roll back in her head. No, that's not right. Elon must have used Starlink to manipulate those. She looked like a Jersey poster child girl.
I knew it. I knew it.
She knew it. She knew it. I knew it.
I have had a feeling since Tuesday, and so has my family, that something was very off about.
Something's very off. It's called the fact. It's called the fact that, well, we know what's off with her, right? We already know what's off with her.
This election and the results. We just couldn't quite pinpoint it. We just couldn't put our finger.
Look at she's so rage. She's so rage. Look at her pointing her finger and squinting her eyes and pursing her lips together. She is very, very rageful. We knew it, and now we know it. We knew it, and now we know it.
Finger on it.
Yes, we're gonna put our fingers on it.
Shout out to all the people who have made videos with information and divulging and divesting.
Yeah, they're all like researchers now. They're all like big conspiracy researchers. You see how fast that happened?
All of this, it's really great informational help. And you know what? It makes sense. It makes sense that Starlink is a part of this, and Elon Musk had. It makes sense why Elon Musk is in this, why he just suddenly came out of nowhere. And I just couldn't quite put my finger on it because I didn't have enough evidence. I didn't have enough information.
She likes to put her fingers on things, doesn't she? She's a finger girl. Finger girl. That should be her handle. Finger girl. My feelings. Let's see. She's a world-renowned empath. They had 15 million less votes in 24. Where'd they go? They never existed. They're not, and that's the thing. They're not bringing that up. They're not bringing it up. How can they not bring that up and say, well, you guys deleted 20 million votes because we had them in 2020? You know, I was been waiting for that one. This is my last order. Got a big promotion, so big you won't believe. That's great, Thomas. How you doing, Thomas? That means awesome. The Aquanet phase is real. Guys are just going on about the hair. Damn it, my dating pool keeps getting smaller. Wait till they all shave their heads. They're all shaving their heads, wearing masks. Thank you. I'm glad they're doing that. That's going to make things easier for you, T-Rex. T-Rex, I predict T-Rex will find a wife within the next few years because it'll be easy for him to pick out the sane ones. There you go. He won't no more of this going on dates with weird ones that turn on you and then act all weird. All of a sudden they start out normal and they act weird. Nope. He'll be hitting bullseyes. Natural redhead. I don't know. You never know. Let's see. They claim the machines are not able to be connected to the internet. Now suddenly they can all connect to the internet, right, Thomas? I know. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. I love it. Did 15 million get raptured? Maybe. They could have. I love that one, Thomas. Yeah, that's a good one. The person in the car drive-through, they replaced with the screaming woman from 2016. Oh my God, I got a great one. I got the Disney remake meme on my page on X. I love that one. That cracked my kid up. Let's see. Oh man, did 15 million move to Canada? I don't know.
To go off of a hunch, an intuition that I had, and as women, our intuitions are never wrong.
Yeah, so you see now you heard that.
Yeah. Never wrong. Never wrong. There's a video out there that compares the last 3 elections and numbers are exactly the same with the Democrats. Same numbers never happened, right? Yep. And then all those extra votes, man, just being counted overnight and coming in on big trucks. They're all for the same person. That's just really weird, isn't it? And then I think they re-ran a lot of them too. And then, you can't. It's the safest, secure election ever. You can't challenge these votes. See, that's what we have to always make it too big to rig. We always have to show up early, and make sure they can't play no games. We got to. You rest on liberty and freedom, and the evil comes in and tries to take it away every time. No more. We learned, and we'll hand down that lesson to our kids and their kids and their kids. Make it important. Make it part of life. You want to keep all this nice stuff, keep all this nice freedom. Gotta do your part. It's not a lie. It's not hard. Most of the heavy lifting gets done by people that go into that as part of their career or part of their ambition. For most of us, we gotta show up and vote and be vigilant, and that's what we do. But of course, there's much more work to be done. We gotta stop Agenda 2030. We'll get to that eventually.
Now, I find this to be hilarious. Okay, that these liberals are out here making these false claims about Elon Musk using Starlink to affect the outcome of the election when there's no evidence whatsoever to back up these claims. Right. Nope. And these claims seem to be very similar to some claims that were being made in 2020, in which a lot of people lost their livelihoods. A lot of people got sued for making very similar claims. Right. So It sounds to me like Elon Musk.
Elon Musk should sue him, right?
Should think about suing some people, right? Because of these claims being put out there.
No, not only that, channels got deleted. People lost their channels. The censorship brigade was out there. The cancel brigade was out there. That's what happened to people who try to question 2020. Anybody questions 2020, so most secure election ever. They're not for America. They're bad. They're evil, right? And now all these frantic women are out there, and others are out there questioning 2024, which is a complete landslide.
That somehow he was trying to interfere with the election using Starlink, right? But what I want to say is that
I believe
if
that
all of these liberals are so concerned about the voting machines, right, and potential vulnerabilities, then I don't know, maybe they should all agree that we should just have paper ballots, right? Paper ballots, and we do all count on election day. And hey, maybe we can all agree on that, right? Maybe we can all agree.
That's what you do. That's the counter. And they say, well, don't worry. Next time we'll have paper ballots. We'll make sure paper ballots, IDs, and we vote on election day. That's what we got to do. Just that now they're an easy sell on the solution that we want, right? The solution we've been chasing for years now to stop the cheat machines, stop the dirty players, the bad actors, the paid off useful idiots, to stop all that stuff, right? They're an easy sell. Let's just lock it in right now. That's the first thing. Look, I hear your concerns. We're going to make sure this, nobody ever has to question an election again. Paper ballots. We're going to put in, same day voting, and we're going to make sure that you have to have a voter ID. You have to have an ID to vote, right? We're going to do it all, and we're going to get a lot of people involved. We're going to make sure it's nice and fair and everybody's happy. We're going to have same day results too.
Do it the old school, old fashioned way. Since these people are so upset and they're so butthurt by Kamala Harris losing to the point where they're pushing these types of conspiracies, voting machine conspiracies. Again, conspiracies that you know, hey, after the 2020 election, we're not allowed on the internet. Okay, you cannot say these things, right? But you know, we all know how it goes with liberals. Okay, liberals seem to not have to adhere to the rules that everybody else has to adhere to. They can just push these conspiracies all they want. Again, when they lose, they've done this every single time they lose, and then all of a sudden, just a few days after the election, they're in the stage of grief where, again, they're now denying, right? They're denying the outcome of the election. They're denying that Trump won in a landslide, right? This is what they're doing, right? So again, you know, my thing is this. There's no evidence to back up these claims. These claims are false because, again, in 2020, right, when these types of claims were being made, what did the media say? They're false. And that you are an election denier. You are an insurrectionist. You are anti-American if you make these types of claims, right? If you question the outcome of the election. Exactly if you claim that there was some type of fraud that affected the outcome of the election. If you make those type of claims, okay, you are somebody that should be banned from the internet and sued out of existence, right? This is what they claim. So now all of a sudden, fast forward, when liberals lose, okay, they're doing exactly what they told you that you shouldn't do, right? You shouldn't make these type of claims, right? So I'm just saying that, lo and behold, right, we're at the stage now where these people are now essentially questioning the outcome of the election. They're pushing these conspiracy theories online that are not true. They're false, right? Trying to basically question the outcome of the election instead of just accepting it no matter what, which is what the liberal media said. You got to accept the outcome no matter what, right? No matter what, you got to accept the outcome, okay? So I just wish these people would, you know, do what they told everybody else they had to do after 2020 and leading up to this election, right? I just wish they would do it. Just accept it no matter what, right? That's what you got to do. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.
Yes. And I'm pretty sure you guys have seen all the male YouTuber meltdown. So we've talked about this, so I won't even go through that. So yeah, for as bad as Biden's term was, it was almost necessary to get people to see how bad Democrats run America. Yes, Scott, it really was. I mean, I you know, in the final weeks of this this run, it started when the team was assembled, right? It started becoming very clear that 2020 was a blessing in disguise. We were saying, you know, sometimes you thank God for unanswered prayers, right? And we were all praying hard and hoping that 2020 would be the thing, right? Where they would go in and say, we discovered mass voter fraud and we're going to, you know, give this election to Donald Trump. And then the other side would have to realize through that their side was a bunch of cheating scumbag, corrupt establishment, you know, psychopaths. But but I don't know if that would have worked. Think about how many people came around in the last 4 years and then came around with the new plan, the border, you know, and all the importance of that wouldn't have been so. It wouldn't have. And again, there's give and take here, right? Because people lost their lives too, and I don't know. It's a weird, wild world. That's all I can say. And that you know, but it was a blessing in disguise. We got Elon, we got Vivek, we got JD Vance, we got Tulsi, we got RFK Jr., which, I mean, what he's going to do is going to be it's just as important as anything else that's out there. And that's going to really help America in a way that we've needed to be helped for a very long time. And that cannot be understated. And like I said, we're going to keep an eye on Make America Healthy again, big time here. That's been a big topic for me over the last 2 decades. Talking about the fluoride in the water, talking about the GMOs, talking about the way that they're poisoning us with the things in the food. Now we got a champion for that cause, and we got a president who's listening, and we're gonna get it done. So you know, it's just so huge. We might not have that in 2020. We still would have had Mike Pence as a damn VP. Ugh, God, wash it off, right? It's like, so at least we got rid of that guy too, man. You know, and we got that cabinet. They keep bragging, oh, well, nobody in the cabinet wanted him back. They all say he was a bad guy, right? Well, yeah, none of us want that cabinet back. We all wanted something better than that. What's up, Memento? How you doing, my friend? Your voice chat is angry. What's that mean? Voice to chat didn't work the best. What are you guys talking about? Something different. Yeah, yes, even Democrats switch parties because of how badly Biden did. Yeah, exactly. You know, and then they get to see how bad the media lied to them. For so many, this is a moment of clarity. You know, and like for so many other ones, it'll become something that pushes them deeper into denial and deeper into servitude for the corrupt establishment. So, like I said, it's a generational war. And we have to, like MLS, when he came on my show, we talked about this, right? We did a great interview. It was almost a year ago, I guess, maybe. We did a great interview. And we talked about this exact topic. We talked about how, I showed him my my board for solution culture. I showed him the board and everything. And we actually added one of his ideas to the solution culture, that Socratic method, right? Making sure that's getting taught again in schools. But I was talking about the trivium. I talked about the philosophy of liberty. I talked about putting back in the omitted parts of history, repairing our history. That these are the things that we're going to generationally heal the corruption in our country if we take this seriously and don't just like let it fly. These are things that can keep people from being deceived. These are things for make people smarter again, make people logical again, make people have real conversations again. These are things that'll help that generation grow up that way. And we begin to weed out all the people that are out there freaking out, like people like this, listening to people like these people right here. And by the way, liberal airlines are now taking reservations for flights out of America. So there we go. You see that the plane is boarding up nicely with all the people that have been brainwashed and brainwashed other people, the subverted class. We call them the subverted class. That they are the subverted class. There's the subverter class, right? I know. Well, we were supposed to get together and do something, but you got busy. I think you were gonna do delegates or something like that. I guess it didn't matter. That's what everybody figured out. Delegates on their end. There we are. See, look, echo. All right. Oh, by the way, Trump is already bringing down prices. Look, 75% off all Harris Walls merchandise here. So the prices are already dropping. The prices are already dropping. I just want to show you guys these women of America are letting their voices be heard. The women of America are letting their voices be heard. All right. Oh, here we go. This is the one I want to show you. The Disney original and the Disney remake. Man, I think that woman could probably stick a whole can of beer in her mouth. I like this one. Look, it's Agatha all along.
Who cares? They're children. They need to go to school. They need to learn about the world.
See, this is what we're talking about, like getting kids out of public school or reforming public school in a way that it's actually not going to harm them. But I don't know what movie this came from, but I like it.
Who cares? They're children. They need to go to school. They need to learn about the world.
Justin, Jackson, would you please come down here for a second?
What?
How old are you now, Jackson?
Why are you doing that to me? Why do you hate America? Why do you hate me? All right, come on, man. I got it all queued up and everything. Did I do this? There we go.
Can you tell me what the Bill of Rights is?
I did that. No. Let's do it like this.
Something costs, I guess.
It's a good guess.
But it really is. It is kind of interesting. That like this is kind of interesting too. And I agree. That Charlie will tell you as well as anybody else that's had been involved in education. They just push kids through, right? And that's the point this video is trying to make right here. But I think that was kind of cute. It really is. You can really do so much more when you have my kid, for what it's worth, is learning how to teach himself and learning how to learn things on his own and be motivated to learn things on his own. And that's the one thing that he's getting out of online school, and being responsible for his own achievements, and learning how to block out the noise to get it done. And so I'm happy with he's all A's and B's right now. He's doing awesome. And he cares about his grades. He cares about doing well as he enters high school here. And like I said, he's gonna have the skill. He's gonna be able to teach himself anything that, well, most people are gonna need a teacher. You're gonna need someone to guide them to understanding anything, where he's gonna be able to be like, okay, this is how I learned something, right? So look at it. States Harris won. This isn't. This is. There's some people that can push back on this a little bit, but for the most part, no IDs, no photo IDs needed in here. Interesting. Just something to think about. All right. And there we go. Finally, T-Rex. Look. The board is done. They completed the board. Finally. I just got a screenshot of it here. But this is right off of that New York Times page. Yes, it's all done. It's all done. All the swing states went to Trump. What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. What a beautiful thing it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, it is an amazing chart, isn't it, J-Man? It is. Look right there, pinned in the chat. You see it? You see what I'm talking about? Right there, pinned in the chat. That's the links to go to Rumble, our Rumble page, and X, wherever you'd like to go hang out next. But that's where we do the reading. That's where we read J. Michael Waller's amazing book, Big Intel. I also have a new interview. Let me go back to my playlist here. I'll just give you a little sample of it. Little sample. Oh, give you a little sample. What's little sample? Let's see. Where's that? Big Intel. There you go. I got so many playlists, man, but they're good stuff. They're good stuff. Little sample of just the gentleman whose book we are reading and why I think you will love this book, especially if you want to learn about root cause issues and how to solve them. J. Michael Waller, little sample from the interview we're going to listen to after we do our reading tonight. But here we go.
Places where the Axis powers were dominating, whether it was in Serbia or Germany or China or elsewhere. We needed people. We need linguists. We needed people who had networks in the region. And we had a lot of them here in America, but the best networked ones were the communists. They came here to escape. They did not come here to become Americans. They remained networked and loyal to Stalin. And they wanted the outcome of the war to be on Stalin's terms, not our terms. So when the call came for mass recruitment into the Office of Strategic Services, there was a great need for people with a scholarly discipline in this area. How can they analyze where are the different factories behind enemy lines that were crucial to the enemy war effort? What could we do about them? What are the personalities like, and all these other things? So they had a very robust research and analysis staff, and they hired at least 100 and probably more Communist Party members from their old countries, or people who were Communist Party members here in America, who were acting as Stalin agents, plus the networks around them. So you hear about the people like Alger Hiss in the State Department and Harry Dexter White in the Treasury Department, but you seldom hear about the ones that were in the OSS. And this is a fiction that the CIA has sort of maintained, that Bill Donovan pushed them out as soon as he realized they were there. That's not true at all. He actually lied to Congress about it. He kept people in because his objective was, let's just fight Hitler and not worry about anything else, not thinking that these people are essentially double agents working for Stalin. So then, boom, comes around the Yalta Conference, when the United States gave Stalin his way on nearly everything. A large amount of that was the result of the communists within the OSS, one of whhom was Herbert Marcuse.
There we go. Just a little sample. That's the guy who wrote the book that we are currently reading tonight. I still have my other banner up, don't I? The kickoff show is now ending, but we're going to go over to Rumble and X exclusively. We're already over there, but we're going to leave YouTube. Reading chapters 22-25, part 5, Obama's Great Cultural Revolution. Remember, we're going to fundamentally change this country. That guy? Yeah, that's the part we're going to read about right now. If you're behind, there's a link to the playlist in the description below on Rumble and on YouTube. You can catch up really fast. This book reads like butter. It's an amazing book. And does the CIA and the truth ever mix? I don't think so. Well, you go back to like what the beginning of it is. This is what J. Michael Waller tells us about. He's been doing it for a very long time. But you go back to the beginning about what it was supposed to be, who started, how the OSS came about. And that's what this interview really is talking about too, with the Atlas Society here. And I'm going to start it back at the beginning. And we're going to watch this 15-minute segments at a time. And I got another interview after this one. So I play this after we read, just so we can know the author more. I can tell you, this guy, J. Michael Waller, is doing a lot of work to attack the root cause issue of not just what's going on in America today, but what's going on throughout a century of history or more, through World War I and on, this cultural Marxist attack. This guy is leading the way. The people that he's with are leading the way and attacking this root cause issue. And I fully support what they're doing. And I'm glad there are people out there like him that are talking about this stuff and educating people on it. So we've learned so much in this book. I mean, if you did a lot of research, then this book was for you, Scott. This book is for you. Either buy it, read it, with the paper in your hand, or get the audiobook, or come do it with us. We're having a great time reading it. Everybody in the crowd that's been following this book with me has been loving it. I'm telling you that it fills in gaps. We can't know everything, but this guy actually fills in a lot of gaps, a lot of interesting little tidbits and facts and so on. He's probably known as one of the most renowned experts on this matter in the world right now. So that's why he's so important. He did a great interview on Tucker Carlson, one of my more popular streams, Deep State Plan for 2024. Right now is the time we need to be watching for what he's talking about and see if any of that they possibly could get through with it. Maybe his warnings actually help dissuade some of these actions. But no, he works every day on this stuff, every day. I went and did research on him, like deep research went to his website. I'm trying to get him on the show for an interview. I'd really like to talk to him. I'd like to show him talk to him about solution culture. And adding that into the formula of ending cultural Marxism. As you look and you see on my X page, it says ending cultural, stop Agenda 2030, end cultural Marxism. Those are the next two things that we got to do here. And in doing that, putting in preventative measures to end the generational warfare against our country and against the kids of the world, right? Because it's not just us that are suffering. It's everywhere that evil wants to reign and control and destroy. Everywhere. So it's if we could start this and with our generation, Gen X, and our last breaths, put this plan into motion and push it forward to our children, and they can push it forward to their children and maintain it. Everything that America was supposed to be will come to be, and will be a great, prosperous nation right in time for a beautiful, amazing technology-driven future where all of our dreams are going to come true. All of our wildest dreams will come true, and we'll know that, at least laying in our deathbeds as we go on to meet the great Lord, go on to the afterlife, that we did everything we could to make it happen, and that's how we're going to do it. Yeah, man. Thank you so much, Scott. Hey, follow us over to Rumble, man. Hang out with us over there. We're going to go right now, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming to the kickoff show and making it great, making it awesome. This has been a really fun kickoff show, man. Thank you guys so much for coming. And I'll see you tomorrow night for Winning 2024. And until that time, stay based and keep on winning. And follow us over to Rumble later, YouTube.
Man, everyone's tensed up for a Rumble.